All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, now he bowls him over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Love. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. To throw is Newton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Danico Autry getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. A nice display of powerful running. But it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, here's Love. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Newton. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one fielded at the 5. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They run with Hines, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra.
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Extra point try by Bailey. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Call it a gain of 5. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They are going for it. It's Luck. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Luck. Completes it to Dixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a first down throw. Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. To the air again. Luck. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Taylor running the option left. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, it's Luck. And this is taken in at the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. It's Newton. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
20. Hey.
Out of the gun, Newton. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jadeveon Clowney. Able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
12.
Now Luck. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Luck now to throw. Ebron caught left side. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Newton to throw. Can't fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Newton. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now, before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Luck. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Luck. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
12.
Off of play action. Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks over it, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10, Newton again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing his line. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there for a guy who didn't throw a football for 500 days. Luck's looking pretty sharp here early in the year. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. The 30. And some strong running. And he will score. It's a touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Ebron's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And a loose football, and the Texans scoop it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this will be a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw his luck. He's going to wind up and air it out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit. They may have to change accordingly.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Stepping up, He's going to keep it. And now running right through it. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
He's going to get it running right. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On second down, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He'll return it from the 6. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. Here's Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, here's Locke. And that's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football. Now,
meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run with Foreman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him for the visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Thought you went out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I'm a whoop. I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models are. It's poppin', I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.